Oscar Piastri wins the Spanish Grand Prix. Max Verstappen, he sees red after just a horrific snowball effect coming out of the safety car. All hell broke loose when Kimi Antonelli's car died in the sand pit. Oscar has won the championship. It is done. It is over. Any shot Max Verstappen had died when he decided he was gonna drive directly into George Russell. You cannot be doing that. I don't care how mad you are at the situation you are in. That is absolutely inexcusable. I am the one defender of Max when it came to Saudi Arabia. I cannot defend him here. There is zero excuse for what we just saw on that final lap. 10-second penalty turns a horrific day into an atrocious day. The strategy was on par up until that safety car. The only option you had on that safety car was to stay out, get track position. If you don't have tires, you have to take the track position. It is simple. It is not ideal, but it is your only option. And Red Bull continues to pick the wrong option. They did it last week in Monaco. They do it again this week. As the great words of Richard Childress, the owner of the famous number 3 car in NASCAR, if you follow the leader, you will follow him to the checkered flag. You have to get track position there. Absolutely inexcusable by whoever made that call, whether it was Hannah Schmitz, whether it was Christian Horner, whoever made that call. Absolutely inexcusable. You have to give your driver a chance to win. You have to. And you put Max in that situation. Now, Max turned that bad situation into an even worse situation with his last lap antics, driving into Russell. I get that you are mad at this situation. I get that you got essentially doored by Charles Leclerc and then George Russell right after that. I get that. But that is absolutely no excuse for just driving into Russell one lap later. Absolutely and totally inexcusable. That is putting your feelings over any shot of the championship, which was already dwindling with what we were about to see in this race. And now, with the 10-second penalty, going all the way back to 10th, only getting one singular point, while your championship rivals are getting 25 and 18, it's over. One of the McLaren drivers is going to win the world championship. And this was supposed to be the weekend that it all started coming together. Upgrades were coming in. The front wing flex was officially banned. And it didn't happen. It got even worse. Utterly inexcusable from Max. Utterly inexcusable from Red Bull. And quite frankly, your best option to win wasn't to undercut McLaren again. It was to go long in that final stint just in case a safety car comes out. That was your chance. And it actually freaking happened. But when it happened, you were on the back foot. You had no chance at winning that race. It was over. And Red Bull put Max in that situation. Max made it 10 times worse with the antics. It absolutely inexcusable all the way around. I mean, there's a reason why Kyle Busch was one of the most hated drivers in NASCAR for a decade. And it is that crap right there. And I'm at the end of my rope with that. I mean, you're not going to see something like that out of Oscar Piastri. And here we go. The updated driver standings. Oscar Piastri, 186. Lando Norris, 176. Max Verstappen, 137. That is 49 points away from Piastri. 49 points. It's over. Stick a fork in it. It is over. And we will wait to see what the official ruling. I'm almost positive that that document has come out at this point. It has not yet. Check the FIA. So it has come out with the race classification. And yep, Max drops to 10th. Let's see, that is Albon's. That is from earlier in the race. So the official FIA document has yet to drop. However, I will look at it before we finish the video. And then you have, so Red Bull, they're on a different strategy. Completely understandable. I get it. I'd be trying something like that as well. The only thing that I would have done differently, and yeah, it seems like hindsight 2020 kind of thing, but I mean, your only option was to extend that final stint as long as humanly possible in hopes of a safety car. You did it last week at Monaco. Let's try it one more time. Let's try it again. Because, again, that is your only option to win. Winning is the only option here. When you have McLaren absolutely flawless with everything that they are doing right now. Absolutely flawless. Your only option is to take those chances, and they went the complete opposite way. That was never going to work. Because as soon as Max came down, that opened up the door for Oscar and Lando to come down and cover him off. I mean, I have spent years praising Hannah Schmitz, the lead strategist for Red Bull. as I said last week, that is now officially over. I mean, and after what we saw here, I mean, it's inexcusable. Whoever made that call, whether it was Hannah, whether it was Christian, utterly, completely inexcusable. And then you have Charles Leclerc and Red Bull and Ferrari. They had a little bit of a of a slow swap at the beginning of the race, but they eventually swapped, and thanks to Red Bull's incompetence, it worked out. And then Russell, again, he's one that was able to take advantage. It was a. I mean, I really don't know. Really don't know what to say here. I'm just utterly and completely stunned by everything that's happened over the course of that restart. I mean, everybody has been able to. Everybody in the top 10 absolutely capitalized on Max seeing red. As a fan of Red Bull, I am utterly embarrassed by what we've seen, by the way that Max has acted. You would expect him to be smart enough to not put yourself in a situation like that, to open yourself up to the 10-second penalty that costed you so many points, and those are crucial points. I mean, absolutely unacceptable behavior from a 4-time world champion. And now that 5-peat, that's done. It's over. I mean, absolutely unbelievable. Absolutely inexcusable. I'm looking for the official finish, or at least the provisional. This is on the. I had it up. Where did it go? There it is. So that is the official start. So, yeah, it just absolutely unacceptable. Now, there is some light in so there is a little bit of light in this Grand Prix for the rest of Formula 1. So McLaren won 2 once again. Leclerc 3rd, rounding out the podium. George Russell 4th, and the shocker of the day, Nico Hülkenberg in the Kick Sauber gets a whole heaping amount of points, passing the Ferrari late. He finishes 5th. Lewis Hamilton, another rough day, in the Ferrari office, finishing 6th. Isaac Hadjar, the leading Red Bull as far as the two teams, finishing 7th. Pierre Gasly getting points for Alpine, and then Fernando Alonso in his home Grand Prix finally on the board in 9th, and then Max finishing 10th after the 10-second penalty. We'll see if there's any points added to Max's license. I don't think there's any threat of actually getting a 1-race ban. I don't think he's anywhere near those points, that point threshold. But yeah, Kick Sauber, tremendous job today with Nico. Gabriel Bortoleto, he finished 12th. Racing with Lawson hard at the end. And Isaac, tremendous job by him once again. He's finishing the points again. I mean, he is Isaac has completely surprised me throughout this year. He has done an outstanding job. And I believe the driver's standings has updated on the Formula 1 website, and that makes me happy. Just going to double check here. Make sure it is all correct. 16176. Okay. So yeah, it has updated. Isaac Hadjar, 21 points in the Racing Bulls. He's doubled up on Yuki Tsunoda. Liam's only got 4 points. I mean, Isaac has done a tremendous job. I didn't expect this so quickly out of Isaac. Especially given how it started in Australia, where he wrecked out before they even took the green. I mean, as I said when it happened, it was unfortunate. It happens. It's embarrassing. I felt for him, but he has shown mental fortitude to be a mainstay in Formula 1, and with what Red Bull has in their academy coming up, Red Bull is going to be fine post Max Verstappen. And if this kind of trend continues with Max seeing red, putting himself in, making a bad situation much, much worse, I wouldn't be against Red Bull making a move off of Max. I wouldn't. Because it's completely, totally, and utterly it's unnecessary. You made a bad day. You made a bad day worse. I mean, if you want to go and fight about it with the stewards, go in and fight about it. Don't be using the car as a freaking weapon. I mean, and in doing that, you took all the attention away from what George Russell did, and pretty much adoring you. Leclerc doing the same thing. You took all the attention away from that and just put it all back on yourself. You could have gone out and played the victim here. You could have. But when you do that, that card goes away, and not only does that victim card go away, you are not only a villain, you are an absolute menace. Then, but yeah, just I, I can't defend Max here. There is no defense of Max of what he's done. Uh, I, I mean, I try to appreciate the talent that Max has, but when you do this, I can't. I can't. I mean, golly. And but yeah, so and then the other Red Bull, Yuki, finishing 13th. Uh, just the horrific slide continues for Red Bull. Yuki starting last on the grid, coming off, starting in the pit lane. Uh, horrific day on that side of the garage as well. Carlos Sainz not having a good day. Franco Colapinto still trying to get reacquainted with the Alpine. The Haas cars wasn't their day. And then obviously Kimi with the what sounded like the electronic issues, the car getting shut off. And then Albon, he had his troubles. Let me see. So Albon, I think I don't remember who he was banging doors with. So Albon left the track, came back on for getting an advantage. They eventually got together, took off the costed Albon the front wing. They were going to retire the car, then got a 10-second penalty, so he went out, served it, and then retired the car. Williams not having the best of days either. But yeah, so let's do a little bit of compare and contrast. You have the young phenom many years ago in Max Verstappen, destined for greatness. Yeah, but he has a little bit of a hot head. Today, Oscar Piastri, the young phenom, he's as cool as they come. I mean, just pressure does not get to this kid. You have your teammate right behind you. They're even on tires, and Oscar just drops the hammer, and he's gone. He is absolutely gone. Lando, he has no pressure from behind, but just not able to keep up with Oscar Piastri. The pressure seems to get to Lando to a degree that is very troubling if I'm McLaren. But luckily for McLaren, Lando's not the number one guy. He's not. He is the number two. He is the one that is to make sure that they win the constructors. Oscar is to win the drivers. That is the pecking order for McLaren. So, I mean, Oscar is so cool, so calm, so collected under the pressure. I mean, the Verstappen era, it's over. We are now in Oscar Piastri's world. I mean, the sport is officially Oscar Piastri's. He is going to win the championship. Congrats to Oscar. Can't wait to see how long this reign goes. I'm also quite curious to see if he takes the number one. That'd be interesting. But yeah. So thank you all for watching. This is, as I said, this is Oscar's world. We're just living in it. I'll be back later tonight for the review of the NASCAR race in Nashville. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and make sure to hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything. See you next time.